Hey there, I'm right here. Today we're going to be looking at the drop shadow tool and the two types there is. Follow me? Alright, the drop shadow tool. There are actually two types of drop shadow, which is the perspective and the flat drop shadow. Alright, we're going to be looking at two of them. Sorry if you notice here I'm using Corel X8. That's not a problem if you're using Corel X7. Right, I did a little upgrade since a few of my previous videos. Okay, so you can go and check it out, how to install and download Corel X8 to your PC so that you can use it to follow along. But if you don't want to download that, it's still okay. You can do everything that we're going to teach here with the X7 and previous versions like X3 and S4. Alright, the drop shadow tool is an interactive tool like the other tools that we've looked at in previous lessons, like the contour and the blend tool. So I drew some little illustrations here. You can see this window has a little details that makes it looks more real, okay, like coming out of a wall, like a brick or something. So I added a drop shadow to it to make it look like that. Now this ball, we're going to be using it as an example on the clock on the wall, which you're hardly seeing right now. Okay, so the drop shadow tool, if you want to apply a drop shadow to this ball right now, okay, you first of all select the ball. You can click anywhere you want to apply a drop shadow, but because we want to apply a perspective drop shadow, we don't just click anywhere to do that, because you might not get the right thing you want to do. Okay, so this is want to apply a perspective. I'm going to click on F2 to zoom out this spot right here so that we're seeing it very clearly. So what you do, you can click and drag from here. Okay, when I click and drag from here, don't mind that the window is here and seems like a light is coming from here. Okay, light is supposed to be coming from the back. I'm showing at the back, and this place is supposed to be a little dark, or maybe this light staying at the top, but because of the purpose of the course, let's leave it here. So I'm going to drag from somewhere here, drag it to here, because that's where it's showing less light, so that's where our shadow should be going to. So now we have a drop shadow here, right here. So this is actually thick. Okay, you can leave it thick like this if you like it, but I'm going to reduce it a little bit. Okay, I think I like it this way or something. Okay, so that's, let me shift it a little bit. That's an example of a perspective drop shadow for you, right? So this ball right here can actually make it like it's bouncing up from the floor, and that can bring us to the flat drop shadow. Let's say I click from here and drag to here. Now it's looking at, see, this ball is bouncing off of the ground and wants to hit this wall right here. So this is an example of a flat drop shadow. So to give us more light, throw more light on flat drop shadow, I'm going to use the clock. What I did there is F4. You already know that. I taught about it in my previous videos, so go and watch it. Now I'm going to choose my zoom tool with F2, zoom into the clock. Let's do that again. Now, if you look, let me zoom back, sorry. If you look at this clock, you're not actually seeing it like you are visualizing this window right here, right? And it's not realistic, and it's not a good idea to do such a thing as a graphic designer, right? It's not advisable. You can't use the same colors. You can't make things that should be realistic, not to be seen. So that's where the drop shadow tool comes in. So if I zoom into that clock, I'm going to add a drop shadow tool. I just made this clock very simple for the purpose of the course. Let's not make it complicated. So I'm going to click on the body of the clock, and I'm going to drag from this node. You can drag from anywhere you want, right? You can drag from here, here, or here. So I'm going to drag from this node and down here. All right, now I've added a drop shadow to this clock right here. it's becoming more realistic. So you can actually toggle with the handle. Also applies to the perspective. You can toggle with this handle, make it thicker or make it lighter, depending on what you want to get. So I'm going to make it thicker. All right. So if I zoom it right now, I fit to screen, you will see that this clock is more seen more, right, than what it was before. So I'm going to hit that. All right, I think it's looking more lovely right now. So you're not seeing the handles inside of it. So you can actually change the color if you want, or you can still add a drop shadow to it if it works out that way. So I can add a drop shadow to this one. Okay, so if I zoom back, feature screen with my F4, um, you can see how it looks right there. All right, but I don't want to add that. It's not something I want to do. So you can add it anyway. If it works out and looks good, you can leave it that way, but I don't like how that one looks. But our clock is now more realistic. Now one other thing about the drop shadow is that you can change the color of the drop shadow. Okay, let's say let me choose back my drop shadow tool here. I click. So you can actually click here. All right, that's where the color is, and you can change the color to anything you want. Now we have a purple or pinkish looking drop shadow, whatever it is. Okay, but I don't actually like this color. I can choose any other color I want, so I'm going to take it back to what it was before. All right, so these some of the settings, okay, property that you can use to toggle with the drop shadow, but I don't mostly use all these things. All right, just use these places. You can change the type of drop shadow that you want, okay, depending on what you want. So we're now going to go into all these things, all right. So that's the simple way to add drop shadow, the perspective, and the flat drop shadow for you. So you can use it to toggle around, make your drawings, your illustration look more real, come out, okay, where you need it to. That's just a basic to it. All right, so if you like this video, I'd like you to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel to help our channel grow, and don't forget to hit the bell notification button to get notifications for other cool videos we'll be dropping your way to help you grow in your Corel design. All right guys, see you in the next video.